Yeah, so I have two previous experiences. The first was as a fan. I think it was the first year, maybe 2003. A buddy of mine and I saw the announcement somewhere, and we're like, "Look at this lineup, we got to go." We like stayed with a friend down here, and we saw Al Green, and we saw Wilco, we saw REM. The REM show was really the reason we came. Michael Stipe, it was amazing. So, and then probably 5 or 6 years ago, we played for the first time, and it was awesome. One of my favorite experiences was I had this fan later that day. I still had my show clothes on, but I was out in the way back of the crowd. I think the Killers were playing, and this guy runs up to me. He's holding a baby, and he's like, I'm like, "What is going on?" And he's like, "Hey, sorry to bother you. I like your music. I just wanted to tell you that my wife and I conceived this young man listening to your music." And I was like, "I love this festival. This is amazing." One of my favorite like fan stories ever happened here.
That's
So to come back and to get to play the big stage, especially, was really cool.
Yeah, I mean the stage is beautiful. The backdrop is gorgeous,
amazing.
And I love that you say that a fan said that, because literally the wine we drink is mine and my husband's song. We didn't conceive a child to it, but
yes,
you know,
we missed there. Yeah,
it's
but maybe.
like our song.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
That's awesome. I love that song. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like such a meaningful song that I feel like you really understand when you are married, like just how much that song means.
Yeah.
So today you have been busy. You obviously played at American Express stage. You also played at Austin Kitty Limits.
I did a little set for the kids. Yeah.
That was so cute, and I loved it. Will you tell us a little bit about kind of that experience?
Yeah.
Because you have 3, right?
I have 3 kids, 7, 4, and 1, and they love music. They love to dance, but their experience of music is so different than mine. You know, it's so much more about, like, at this point in their lives, it's more about the rhythm and the feel and the dance. And so all 3 of my kids have different favorite songs, like on my new record. So, you know, the baby likes to sit and dance to Family and just kind of like sit in his little chair. My 7-year-old, she likes to listen to End of the World and sing Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em, much to the chagrin of my mother. She's like, "What are you teaching your children?" You know? And then my son loves dragons. And so it's been fun to see. It's changed my writing, honestly, having kids. It's made me think more sort of long term about like what I'm saying, what I'm sort of offering out into the world. And it's made me feel a little more urgent about creating, because, you know, we're giving our kids a world that's kind of a scary place, and I want to make sure that Ellie and I, my wife, are sort of fighting for something better than what like we see in the news every day. And I think they don't know that yet. They're too young to sort of understand that, but they will. And they'll look back and say, like, what are my parents doing in this turbulent time? And so it's sort of given me more bravery, you know.
Yeah, I also have a 4 and a 7-year-old.
Yeah, okay.
And like navigating parenthood and like making sure you're being a good parent, but then also like you're following what you want to do
Right,
as well.
yeah.
Finding that balance.
Yeah, because you gotta like live a dream, so they would get older, they know what it looks like to live a dream, you know.
Exactly.
But it's hard, because sometimes you're like, oh, it's hard to juggle all that. Yeah.
Were you here last weekend?
I was not. No, just this
so
weekend.
Just this weekend. And have you played in Austin before?
Yeah, we played in Austin a bunch. We played, let's see, the Parish. We played Stubbs. We played Antone's, Emos, all the joints.
Yeah. And what's it? Is Austin? Because when I talk to people, some people say Austin just like kind of has a different feel. Do you feel?
Yeah, for sure. It's funny. It's like we played in Dallas and Houston, and the venues are very kind of like pristine and they're nice and they're great. In Austin, there's like this sort of like more of a gruff, like, hey, this is our room. It's kind of is what it is. You're lucky to be playing here. You know,
Yeah,
it's great.
Austin's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's a great spot. We love it.
Yeah. So let's talk about Dragons.
Yeah.
It was recently released. Tell us a little bit about it, the inspiration behind it.
Came out in August. It's a record, really. It's a very personal record. There's a song about my grandfather, which is Dragons. A song about my wife, But I'll Never Forget the Way You Make Me Feel. A song about my son, See the World. And then there's a song about my brother. I lost a brother when I was a kid, and I wrote a song about him for the first time in my life. And so it's a very personal record. It's we kind of went with a different producer this time and sort of expanded the sort of sonic landscape. It's a lot sort of a bigger sounding record, and a couple big sort of, almost pop songs, like End of the World and Family. Kind of let ourselves try new things, and it was really fun. And the response has been pretty overwhelming. It seems that at least our fans have been kind of telling us they think it's our best record. So,
that's great.
And the tour is like a lot of people singing the new songs back to us.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you tour, you feel like, okay, I'm sorry, we're gonna play another new one. You know, I know you want the old stuff, but that's not been the case this time.
Watching it today, especially hearing you've, I don't know if ruined is the right word, but hearing the word family, I cannot say it normally
without
and it's just
family.
Constantly throughout the day. I've been singing to our intern.
Sorry,
family.
not sorry.
I'm like, no, that's literally how I feel all day. So that's so great. So when was the first time that you realized that you loved music and that's what you wanted to go into? Were you did you come from a musical family?
I mean, my mom plays the piano a little bit, and music was a big part of our life, road trips, but no more than any other normal situation. When I lost my brother, I had already played guitar starting 6th, 7th grade. So when I lost my brother when I was 17, music was really the medicine for me, you know. And so I started writing songs a couple years later. And it wasn't really until probably like 3 or 4 years of actually doing it for a living that I thought, oh, this is actually going to work, you know, maybe 5 years in. That was actually, one of the moments was in Austin. We were playing the small room at Stubbs, 2008 or 9, and we had just released this song called Live Forever, and it was the first song where everybody was singing it back to us. And we came on stage. Usually we would go on stage at that point. People would be like, oh, okay, they're on stage now. And like the crowd went crazy. They're like, they're playing, they're here. And they were like all in. And that night we were like, oh man, this might actually like happen. You know? And there were a few moments that fall that happened like that. And thought maybe this is gonna be our life.
That's so special. And I love that part of it was here in Austin.
Yeah, sure.
So let's talk about what you have going on next, because you're coming back.
Yes. Yeah, so we're doing this tour for this record all the way through kind of Thanksgiving. We'll do a couple Christmas shows around Tennessee. We always do these annual Christmas shows. And then we'll do an acoustic tour in February, January and February. And we're going to come back to Austin and play the Paramount, play Dallas, and then we're kind of going all over the East Coast and South. And then we'll see what's up after that. That's sort of the next big thing on our radar.
And are you constantly writing music?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know how music works.
I mean, it comes and goes. Right when a new album comes out, I kind of take a little bit of a break, but I've already got a few sort of irons in the fire with new songs. Yeah.
Do you carry your phone with you, and then if something pops up, you're like, do you?
Yeah, I keep voice memos and then notes of like words and thoughts, and kind of always collecting song ideas, whether it's musical ideas or lyrics. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this was lovely.
Thank you.
So much
yeah, of
for
course.
talking.
Yeah, thanks for making the time.
Awesome. Yeah.